In this video, traders, we're going to look at using a stop order to enter the market. Stay tuned. Hey guys, warm welcome to you. So, question from a subscriber. Appreciate your questions. Comments in the comment section below. You know the score. Thank you for all of you who watch the videos and get in touch with suggestions, questions, ideas, all that kind of stuff. When I get to them, if there's a good one, it'll be on a video. All right, guys. So, using a stop order to enter the market. The stop order is a bit of an odd thing for a brand new trader. Like, what's a stop order? Or how do I get into the market with a stop order? And you know, it's just the name of the order that's kind of making the confusion. So let's kind of run through it and talk about what it actually means. So a stop loss order or stop order, let's get rid of the loss part of it for now. A stop order, generally most people will use it to stop them out of a position. So if you are long, you've got a sell stop. It means if the market goes down and you're losing money, when you lose a certain amount or if it gets to a certain price level, it will take you out of that trade. It will sell your position, your long position, and you're out. The other way around, if you're short and you've got a buy stop order, then that's going to buy a position to cancel out your short and crystallize that loss at a certain point to stop that loss potentially getting worse. However, you can use stop orders to enter the markets. How would you do that? So let's say a good scenario would be this, right? We've got a range bound market condition, okay? And you've decided that you'd like to get in the market, but only if the market breaks above the high. Let's say you don't want to go exactly off. Let's say you're putting it kind of 20 pips above this high, right? Whatever this market may be. And that's the level that you want to get involved at. Let's just call this for now 100, for example, right? Whatever this instrument may be. You want to get in when it breaks 100. So you haven't got a position at the moment, but you know that if it breaks that, you're thinking it's going to go up here. How would you enter the market? Well, you could wait and you could set a little alert on the 100 and then you can go in and buy at the market, or you could use a stop order to enter the market. So that would basically say, hey, I only want to get in if the price touches 100. So how would you do that? Now, don't forget, there's a difference between the limit and the stop order. A limit is used when the market comes down to a level in the case of a long. So a limit would be used, let's say we've got a line here and you want to buy. Here we're buying, guys, don't forget. We'll use an example of going short in a second. But let's say you wanted to buy, your limit would say, okay, I want to buy under the current price. I want to buy a cheaper level than it is now. That limit would be when the market comes down to that level, you'd be filled. A stop is a little bit different. A stop is basically saying, so let's say we put in a buy stop for let's say 500 units, whatever that may be, 500 shares at 100. Let's just keep it shares. It could be pounds a point, whatever. The point is that's the quantity and that's the price. And let's kind of make it easy, shall we? Should we put dollars here as well so we can kind of differentiate what we're talking about. So buy stop 500 at $100. So that basically means as the price comes up, so you've got no position at the moment, as the price comes up and trades at $100, then the order will be activated. The order will then turn into a market order. So as soon as it tags that 100, this will get sent to the market or your broker or whoever you're trading through, and it will basically say buy 500 shares at $100 at the market price. So you would be filled long 500, and let's say you got filled at 100.03 because you had a bit of slippage, right? Because don't forget, it doesn't guarantee it, it just triggers the order as it hits 100, and it might have kind of swept through already. So now you're long and you've got your position, but you hadn't got your position until it had come up and tagged that level. Now, we may as well mention a stop limit order while we're here. You might only want to pay, let's say 100.50. Let's say you don't want to pay 103 if the whole thing spikes up. So you would put in a buy stop limits, and it's kind of pronounced differently in other things. It might be STPLLMT, it might be stop with slippage. There's different types of orders. Basically, you're basically saying to your broker, okay, I want to get in when that 100 is tagged, so activate the order, but only put in a limit order for 100. If we put a limit here, but put in a limit order for 100.50. In other words, I don't want to pay more than 50 cents above that. So basically, as the price tags that 100, rather than just putting a market order in, which you get filled at the next best price, it puts a buy limit in at 100.50. If the price is 100.03, like it was, you'd still get filled at 100.03. But if it had spiked right the way through to say 101, it would just leave a resting limit in at $100.50. So you wouldn't get filled unless the market came back again. So it protects you a little bit. And by the way, you can also do that if you're using a traditional stop loss. You can add a limit in. Disadvantage, of course, is it doesn't take you out of position. The advantage is you don't get horrendous slippage. So that's that to the upside. Let's look very briefly to the downside, guys. Let's imagine we've got the same thing here, and let's say that this was, let's say $80 down here, right? And we wanted to get in only if the price was trading at that $80 level. We'd use the same kind of thing, except it would just be a sell stop. So we put a sell stop, 500 at $80. So we've got no position at the moment. We want to get short if it goes there. Market comes down, tags the 80. If we're just using a stop limit, it would put us in short 500 at $80 or 79.95 by the time it got filled. So that's an easy way of using a stop order to enter the market. And don't forget, we could use both. We could also have a stop or a stop order, our buy stop and our sell stop. If we wanted to trade the range, we didn't know which side it was going to break, we could put orders in both sides and then just cancel the other once one was filled, either automatically when you're using a kind of trick with your broker account. Some allow the orders to be linked and one cancels the other, or you just cancel it manually. So you've got your 100 buy stop, you've got your 80 sell stop, which will put you short. You've got no position at the moment. Market breaks one or the other, it puts you long, puts you short, depending on which one is triggered first. So that is using a stop order to enter the market. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.